Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell, joined by Richard Mulrooney, and a chance to talk about a couple of matches, Coach. First of all, let's go back to the match on the road over the weekend. You go down to USF, you pull off a thrilling two overtime win over USF 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, it's quickly how you forget about it with the game match yesterday. But in saying that, it brings back a great memory. I mean, obviously, went in. It was a game we had to win to stay in the playoff race. Went in, and the guys probably put the most complete performance together we've had up to that point. And I think obviously USF is a quality team. They had already beaten us at our place 3-1, so we know what they're capable of. It was their senior night, so a lot of emotions for them. But in saying that, from start to finish, we literally, we did what we were supposed to do on and off the field in terms of subs being ready, the focus, and quite frankly, just a tough place to play. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's my first win there as a coach here at Memphis. So, I mean, I've been there a few times, and to win there is not easy. So, like I said, I was very happy for the guys. And to be honest with you, after the game, just to see the smiles on the face again, it's been a little while since we had won a game of that sort, knowing it kept us in the playoff race, along with just, winning never gets old. It puts a smile on your face, and we hadn't had that for a while. And just to be able to enjoy a post-game meal with the guys, that's what it's all about as well. But, they earned that one, and I was very happy to be able to see that one out and keep the victory.
Santos comes up big. He gets 2 goals, one of the 70th minute late to get it tied up, then that 108th minute goal right before the end of the match to give you the win.
Right. Yeah. I mean, again, a little adversity by going down a goal, but the guys didn't panic. I thought at halftime, the message was just believe, keep on doing the right things. And you got to believe that we're going to have another opportunity to score a goal. It's no promises, but at the same time, we created that. And obviously Santos has been just tripping at the bit to really, put one in the back of the net this year. So fortunately, we were able to find him. He put it in, and then obviously in overtime, what a cracker. I mean, he I don't think he could have hit that any harder. And just the celebration, obviously going out there and seeing the guys celebrate. But again, kudos to USF. They obviously gave us all we could handle, and it was starting to become a back and forth game. Guys were cramping up, and again, the humidity and heat started to seep in down there. So, granted, the guys are fit and ready to play for it, but at the same time, it was one of those where USF could easily gone down and possibly got one, but Parker held strong, defense held strong, and fortunately we were on the right end of the goal in overtime, and it gave us 3 points.
You come back home on Tuesday, an afternoon game. This was a makeup game from a couple of weeks ago. There were some COVID issues with Temple. You beat them in an overtime game early this year. Last year, both matches were overtime. Yesterday, again, and it's a very physical match. Unfortunately for you, you're playing shorthanded a lot of the game with a red card, and also they get a goal, I believe, in the 5th minute, so they're able to kind of set a tone in the first half.
Yeah, obviously a quick turnover. Like I said, I almost forgot about the USF game Friday, but that's obviously, when you move on or whatever. Temple was our next opponent, knowing that, again, we needed another 3 points to stay in the playoff race. Did what we could the last few days to get ready. Not ideal, but at the same time, nothing's been ideal this season with COVID and all the makeup games, but happy to bring Temple in. And obviously it was a noon kickoff, so it was a bit warm. But in saying all that, yeah, unfortunately, unlike the USF game, we're sleeping. They caught us in the 5th minute. It was almost like, did that really happen? It did. But again, we've been down a few times this season or whatever, and we battled back. The rest of the first half was fine. It really was. Just physical, as you said. They bring in a very physical type of pace, type of play, and we welcome that as well. But in saying that, I thought the guys played well, and going to halftime, 1-0 down, and it's the same talk as we did at USF. Just believe, guys. We just went through this 3 or 4 days ago. We saw the outcome. I think you guys are doing the game plan individually and collectively, and let's just see how this plays out. Like you said, unfortunately, we pick up a red card around the 60th minute, and guys could have hung their heads. 1-0 down, 85 degrees out against a good Temple team, down to 10 guys, but it lifted us up, to be honest with you, and we were able to get a goal 5-10 minutes later to make it 1-1. Then we go down again, gave up a goal 3 or 4 minutes later. Heads could have hung, but the guys stayed strong with that with 10. And then obviously, with 2 or 3 minutes left in the game, you create your own luck. We get our first PK called for us this year. We've given up 6, but finally we get one called. Arter, being the captain, steps up and slots it home, and just, wow, we have an opportunity to get something out of this game, even with 10 guys, and so hence going to overtime, regroup a little bit. And, it happened a little bit quick, and unfortunately we just made a critical error on the back line. It happens. You wish you could take those out and give Temple credit for pouncing on that and finishing the game off. But just gutted for the guys. Like I said, as I told him at the end of the game, I was like, does anybody have anything else to give? And nobody could raise their hand and say, you know what I do? That wasn't the case. I think the guys really left it on the field with 10 guys in that heat. Unfortunate, doesn't cover up the fact that we still lost and fell a little bit short, but it wasn't from lack of effort. It was just a matter of, again, cleaning up a couple plays here or there, maybe finishing another opportunity there. And just obviously the red card changed the rest of the game as well. So disappointed, but at the same time, proud of my team. Really am. And, like I said, it's still a loss, but, I think we can hold our heads high knowing that I don't think really we could have done anything else physically on that match.
So Friday, you'll host UCF over at the Murphy Athletic Complex, last match of the season, chance to honor your seniors. And, even though you're eliminated from the conference tournament now, you still want to finish out with a win, go into the offseason, feel good about yourself, carry that momentum into summer training. Yeah,
I mean, we always play with pride. Whether you're 0-9, 9-0, every game should matter. Every game should be, you play it like your last or whatever. And unfortunately, this is our last. But in saying that, it's going to be an emotional night. Obviously, I've got 5 seniors moving on. But at the same time, yeah, we're home. It should be a beautiful night. UCF obviously is in the thick of it, looking to maybe host. So they're going to be coming in to play for something. And yeah, hopefully and willfully, we're going to, be some adversity to them. And, we're looking for 3 points. There's no gimmies in this league. And Friday night's by no means one of those. But at the same time, we're looking for it to be an enjoyable night. But, like I said, winning never gets old. And I'd love to finish this season off with, albeit an adverse season, with a win and going into the off season, knowing that we have something here, but we have some work to do as well.
Well, I won't go into every senior. You just talked about a group of 5 seniors. But in general, what has this class meant? Because it's been a different journey for this class. They've transitioned from Mike Rose to a home facility at the Murphy Complex. Then all of a sudden, seasons get switched around with COVID and everything, and everyone's going to look to the upperclassmen to kind of guide them through a very kind of a crazy year. And then there's also that little thing hanging out there that some of them could opt to maybe come back. Some will go on and start their adult lives now post college. So, and just in general, what has this senior class meant to the program?
Yeah, it's always sad to lose my seniors. We've been through so much. We've been through the ups. Just in 2019, we were a couple spots away, if that, from making the NCAA tournament. So I was sorry that we weren't able to get them there in this program. And there's been the downs. This year has been a challenging one, no matter what. But at the same time, the experience that they've had on and off the field, and just the good times. Like I said, whether it's a post-game win or a Thursday before a game, out at practice, just the smiles on the faces. And it goes further than just the wins and losses. It goes that, I got invited to a player that graduated a few years back to his wedding. So these are relationships that are going to last forever. They mean the world to me. And obviously I'll have my end of the game speech to them and all that and thank them. But at the same time, it's always sad, but I think we've been on a good journey with them. And I think there's been a lot of, as much adversity as there have been this year, it's been, off the field just as much, weathering, do they come back for their senior year? They're graduating. Do they do graduate school? A lot of questions that unfortunately made them grow up pretty quickly. And, I wish them all the best. And, like I said, we'll always stay in touch with them. They'll always be a Tiger, and I'm proud of what they did, even though maybe we didn't reach all of our goals. It wasn't from lack of effort. All right, Coach, thanks a lot. We'll catch up with you one more time next week. Thanks, Jeff. That's Richard Mulrooney. I'm Jeff Brightwell with the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.